guys. So great to have you all here today. I feel like we'll just kind of settle into your comfy spot while I'm talking now, and we'll start to kind of connect in. Just while we're chatting in the beginning, I feel like we need to store that balance, that fluctuation in our life right now. I'm feeling that duality, that pull between, the yin and the yang, the little bit of good and the bad, and the little bit of bad and the good. And I'm constantly trying to recenter during these challenging times. So grab whatever you have around you. I always recommend lying down or seated. This is your practice. So let these words that I have for you be a guide. Bring in whatever calls to you. Use everything you have around you. If you're lying down, pillows are great bolsters underneath your knees. Make yourself nice and comfy as we settle in and just raising our awareness right now into this moment, into the space that you're in, right? Into your body. Just noticing as you connect through your breath, breathing in and out, feeling that cooling sensation as the breath enters in through your nostrils. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, that expansion, and release. Just noticing what is, right? Because that's what we have to deal with. We have to deal with what is present. Asking you in this moment in time and for the rest of your days to release yourself from the judgments that we impose on ourselves, right? Allow what is to be fine, right? I heard a great saying from a Kundalini yoga teacher the other day. It said, if you can't be in support of something, at least be neutral. And I think we're all trying to balance the duality in our lives and in this shift. Continuing to breathe where you are. Maybe drawing that breath in and out, long, deep inhalations and exhalations. Remembering that you always have your breath, always, to come back to. Our thoughts will come and go. Observe them without judgment. I want you to continue with this deep breathing pattern, breathing in through your mouth and out through your nose, until you can feel that physical settle within your body. With those eyes closed, I want you to envision your surroundings with as much detail as you can recall. And that's a common theme when we're painting these images in our mind, right? Today, I'd like for you to look and see as the suggestions come to you, notice what your awareness is picking up on. When you paint the room, do you first see the colors, or do you smell the scent around? maybe you hear a distraction. That is what is. These distractions in our practice are subtle little preparations for those distractions in our lives. Begin to slowly start to slip through, as if with every exhale, you're shrinking a bit smaller until you slide through the space between this plane and the next. You pass a spectrum of colors along the way, noticing and observing. The last color that you see is red. That red feels warm and comforting. You feel safe. You land on the ground beneath you. The fresh dirt underfoot. You can see moss all around as its quiet revolution takes over the forest. Beautiful, velvety green, little pockets all across the forest floor. You see shadows, you see the presence of light. And at your foot, a tiny little caterpillar crawls along. As you stand up and look around, you know what you've come here for. You begin to walk to release. This is the space in the journey where we let go. So while you're making a way, I want you to draw in whatever in nature delights you and inspires you. And I want you to envision yourself moving effortlessly along this path in any form that you see. Maybe that's more like your physical form, or maybe you like to picture yourself as a beam of light. Making your way along. Every step is an opportunity to let go of that lower energy that we hold on to. That's our guilt, our fear, shame. These undeserving energies, when we're in judgment of ourselves and others. When we actively create space to visualize this release, I want you to just envision just this weight slipping away from you on your path. Every step that you take, a little lighter, a little more in line. Picture yourself narrowing down the path. You're coming into alignment. You're releasing all of the things that are undeserving, that we hold on to, and we all do. Let it go. Allow yourself to be free of all those lower energies. Breathing deep and long. taking all the space that you need. Now, notice how you feel. As if it's already happened. You know, we do these things, but we need to believe in them by connecting to the emotion within, right? And that comes from our heart space. So while you're here and you've released, I want you to connect with the emotion. How would that feel to truly let it all go? Bring yourself. Invite that joy. Invite that freedom. And invite that abundance, that prosperity in. Knowing you are worthy and deserving of anything you can envision. As you make your way along your path, you notice the caterpillar again. This time he is much larger than before. Just notice. Taking all the steps you need, the sun peeks through the clouds, illuminating the sky. As those clouds move away, the sun casts shadows across the forest floor. Connect with the feeling of the warm sun touching your skin. Invite that healing energy from the sun in. Let it fill the spaces that you have freed. Let that healing spill over into your vision, sending it out into the world. Allowing you to send a little love and light to anywhere across all spaces and time. Anywhere that could use a little love and light today. And I want you to envision that light rushing back into you now that you have shared. Connecting with the feeling of gratitude and how wonderful and amazing it feels, you know, when we do something for someone else. Connecting to the feeling when you had that moment in time that you were oh so grateful for. Connect into that space in your heart. Feeling that gratitude radiate from your heart center. Taking a moment now to connect to your work. Right? Knowing that we are worthy and deserving of all that we desire, right? Feel that into your heart space. Notice on the branch the caterpillar has gone into his chrysalis. Your friend is making some changes. He's always there to remind you that you're on the right path. That wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. These times of struggle, like the caterpillar, They're as important as all the good memories we could roll together. Finding gratitude for the challenge in our life, as well as the triumph. I want you to look ahead on your path and envision yourself in your highest and best light. So when I say highest and best light, I'm just asking for you, what do you want from this life? What do you want to be known for? How do you want to see yourself? And I want you to paint that image so clearly, again, with great detail, down to where you are, maybe who you're with. Again, without judgment, there's no right or wrong vision for what you want to draw into your life. Taking time and space to cultivate this image and become so familiar with it that it instantly pops to mind. Allowing it to evolve by always remembering to draw in a little something new. I want you to look at all that you have created in your mind's eye with love and admiration of all that you are. Because all that you are now, all that you were then, and all that you will be is enough. Is perfectly imperfect, just as it should be. I want you to envision this, but I also want you to come back to the heart space, okay? So seeing this image and connecting with the feeling as if it's already happened. How would that feel? Truly feel inside to you. Feel into that space. We have to not only be able to paint the image, connect to the emotion of, but we also have to be able to let this go, right? We have to let go of our timing. We have to let go of our expectation of this. See it so clearly. And then I want you to envision it just floating away to another space and time where you can align and invite that energy in. Every time we take the space and time to align with the energy we want to have in our lives, we're inviting that into our lives. It's our minds that send the signal out, but it's our hearts that draw it back. Look down at your feet. You can feel as if you're standing on something that's raised. You can see its outline, but it's all covered in dust. I want you to start to brush back the debris around you, around the circular pattern before you. And as you start to clear the way, you can start to see the full image now. It's that yin yang symbol right before you. The symbol of harmony and balance, knowing there's always a little bit of bad in the good and a little bit of good in the bad. When you can fully see the symbol, I want you to envision that black and white washing up and down your body. The energy from this harmonizing symbol balancing you, reminding you it's okay to be just where you are. We all have this duality in our lives. It's ever present. I'm hoping you can remember this symbol at times when you need to find your balance. With a grateful heart, you place your hand on the symbol, connecting to its ancient wisdom, connecting to the divine within you, knowing you are loved and supported. Give thanks. Breathing now a little deeper. Just inviting some subtle movement in. Let's just expanding that chest on the inhale and exhale. Bringing that awareness back into this physical space. Painting the room around you again with great detail. Maybe you're wiggling fingers or toes at this point, or taking a full body stretch. Making your way, if you're resting on your lying down, making your way on to your side. Before gently pressing your way up into a simple seat. And practice today in an easy seat with our hands at heart center, with our palms pressing into one another and our thumbs into our sternum. May all of the things that you do come from the seat of love, and may you see and feel the love around you always. With your thumbs to your lips, may you speak your truth with kindness and confidence, and your thumbs to your third eye. May you perceive the divine not only around us, but within. It's been my honor to share my practice with you today. The divine light in me bows and honors to the divine light in each of you. Thank you so much, guys.